Walker now on 1st and 10.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Walker.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Smith now to throw. And Walker has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Smith.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here we go. No ball, no ball. Look. Hey, trio left. Hey, Tony. Check 59, cover. Come shot.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Trying the left side with Walker. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Straight ahead is Hall.
7 yards there and a first down.
The Jets at 10-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing is Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
88.
Brings up third down and 11.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
We're scoreless after one.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Smith. It's complete to Brown, right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, alert. 49, flip it off, 49.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back to Walker on 1st down.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 score line as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Box it. Flip it down.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard after the 43.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
safety.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Hall again.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
3rd down and 1.
Now Allen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Allen here on the screen. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now 2nd and 3.
Back north. Zoom.
Running left, it's Hall.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch out and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Gets past one man. And, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, 88. Stay right.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3.
That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Out of the gun, Smith.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. It's caught. Block it. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Smith.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To the air again, Smith.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Working from the gun, Rodgers
going right back to Wilson.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Jump out! got this.
Rodgers now to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's it. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
630.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
26. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught by Williams. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, He had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Wilson's got it complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run with Allen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, check 26.
Now it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
No gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10.
I'll go over here. Hey, 88.
They'll give to Hall. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Don't.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Right now, you got 58.
They run the draw play. Allen. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Yeah, live.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on fourth down, and he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on fourth down. In this case, fearless wins.
Hey, you block over here. Flip 15.
On play action, Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 3.
Middle.
Now Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down and 8.
Now Geno. And
his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Geno now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right.
Walker. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 17.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now Hall to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hall again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, take 26. Jump out. Yeah, this. Take 30.
Now Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This complete to Corley. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Get 300. Get 300. Inside. Go to 50.
Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle on that play by Quinton Williams. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing now is Geno. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
A give for Walker running right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun on third down, Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. This is 1st and 10.
Back north. Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Hey, 88, inside. Plant.
Here's Hall again.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out. Yeah, Liz. Take 30. 26.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
No. Get 300. Inside.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Hey, it's a clip.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Hey, go flip her up.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go to 50. No. Back north.
Rodgers to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, take 26. Hey, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Jump out! Box it!
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, Liz. Gun. Take 30. 26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
What a change in this ball game in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the fourth quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami.